Danny Pintauro was best known for his role in the TV series Who's the Boss? But after going through a lot of trauma, he had to step away from acting. But now he's back and ready for his comeback. Join Facts First to learn more about Danny Pintauro of Who's the Boss and how he's finally back in the spotlight. Danny Pintauro was born January 6, 1976, in Milltown, New Jersey. Not too much is known about his childhood, but he didn't come from a show business background. Nevertheless, he took an interest in acting from a young age and began his career as a child actor. He made his debut in the popular soap opera As the World Turns, appearing in 3 episodes in 1983. He played the character Paul Ryan, who was played by several child actors until the character grew up. But he first gained mainstream attention when he appeared in the 1983 horror film Cujo, based on Stephen King's novel of the same name. He played Tad Trenton, the rather sheepish son who becomes terrified and terrorized by the dog Cujo. The film was a huge hit and catapulted Danny into instant stardom. The following year, he acted as Ben Beniker in the Beniker Gang. This was a drama about a group of runaway orphans who try to live together as a family. It was a touching film and showed that Danny had incredible range as an actor, despite still being an amateur and despite his youth. His big break came when he was cast in the TV sitcom Who's the Boss?, which also starred Tony Danza and Judith Light. The sitcom followed a former baseball player who has to single-handedly raise his young daughter. Danny Pintauro played Jonathan Bowers, the son of Angela, played by Judith Light. He also co-starred alongside Alyssa Milano, and both actors were praised for giving such mature performances at such young ages. He appeared in the show for a total of 196 episodes, and even won an award for his acting. This was the show that truly gave Danny a chance to showcase his skills, and it seemed like his career would be only uphill from then onward. His first 2 films were huge hits, and so was the sitcom he acted in. Even the 3 episodes he began his career with was on one of the most popular soap operas of all time. He also was in a pretty good TV movie called Time Stalkers, which was released in 1987. He acted in 2 episodes of the TV series Highway to Heaven and appeared in the TV movie Jury Duty, the comedy, which was released in 1990. Such an entrance into the movie industry would be the dream of any actor, and it seemed nothing could go wrong for young Danny Pintauro. Who's the Boss ended in 1992 when Danny was 16, and much more was expected from him as he entered adulthood. Dark times for Danny Pintauro. In 1994, when Danny was 18, he took a break from acting to pursue his studies. He first attended Middlesex County College in New Jersey and later transferred to Stanford University. He got his degree in English literature and theater in 1998. After graduating from university and honing his acting skills more, he was ready to resume his career as an adult. But this all came crashing down when, in 1997, the infamous tabloid The National Enquirer did something that hurt his career. They outed him as gay, and while he certainly wasn't ashamed of who he was, this was something that many actors still wanted to hide at that time. The stigma against gay men in the movie industry in those days was a lot greater, and many actors remained in the closet. They were worried that coming out would lead to prejudice, ostracism, and ultimately the end of their careers. We didn't see Danny Pintauro act again until 2006. He appeared as a contestant in one episode of The Weakest Link in 2001, when he appeared in a TV Child Stars Edition episode. But the outing by the National Enquirer is what hurt his career. It also couldn't have come at a worse time. While he was a talented actor and no one doubted his acting capabilities, behind the facade of a successful child actor was now an insecure adult. He felt trauma following the end of Who's the Boss? He had a busy career throughout his childhood, but was worried this wouldn't continue when he became an adult. And those fears weren't unreasonable. Many child stars have been just that, child stars and nothing else. Danny Pintauro had these fears, and now he had been outed, which made it even harder for him to find work. This put him into a deep depression and made his life much harder. He began abusing drugs. He also had unsafe sex in 2003, and he believed this act caused him to contract the HIV virus. It seemed his life was going downhill. The return of Danny Pintauro. Danny Pintauro is proof that if you don't give up, you can turn your life around no matter how harrowing the circumstances may seem. In 2006, he returned to acting when he played the small role of Stefan in the film The Still Life, which was based on the life and career of Joel Miller, who wrote the book the film was based on. His role was small, but it was enough for him to get noticed. While his career wasn't exactly back, he was now receiving a few offers here and there. 4 years after The Still Life, he appeared on an episode of the popular TV series The Secret Life of the American Teenagers. In 2015, audiences could reconnect with Danny when he appeared on an episode of Oprah where he discussed his career as a child and what he was up to today. The following year, he played Gary in the web series Unsure/Positive, a show that followed people who struggled to come out of the closet. It also shed light on people living with HIV, so it was something very close to Danny's heart. It took a lot of bravery to be in such a show, but he was determined to make his comeback. In 2020, amidst the global pandemic, he acted in 6 episodes of the web series The Quarantine Bunch. This was a humorous show that followed a group of former child stars who participated in a support group via Zoom calls. Slowly but surely, Danny Pintauro was making a comeback. In 2022, he had a supporting role as Eugene in a TV movie called A Country Christmas Harmony. This was a musical drama that won a lot of acclaim, and audiences were happy to see Danny Pintauro once again, now in a bigger role. It seems he still had his acting chops and that he was going to make a comeback. Since 2014, Danny has been married to Will Tabaris and is living a much happier life. He credits his faith and his persistence in helping him make his comeback. After the premiere of A Country Christmas Harmony, it's clear he still has a lot to offer, and we hope he'll surprise us in 2023 and beyond. We certainly wish Danny the best. He's proof that no matter how difficult the circumstances might be, if you keep going, you can get back on your feet. Now it's time to hear from you. Are you a fan of Danny Pintauro? Are you looking forward to his comeback? Let us know in the comments section below.